Welcome to openmentor.net. In this session we are going to see how to handle databases in Java. To handle databases, the first thing you need to do is import java.sql.star. This is the fundamental library we need to import, and we are using jdbc odbc driver. Look at this statement. What this means is there is a predefined class and the driver. When we say class.forName, it loads that particular class into the memory. Typically a static class will be already loaded in memory, whereas when you say class.forName, dynamically the JVM will load this driver class. Okay. Now I have to give a database URL, which is actually the format in jdbc :odbc : a DSN name. DSN name is nothing but data source name. How do I get the data source? You have to go to the control panel. In the control panel, under performance and maintenance, under administrative tools, you have got data sources. So under data sources, if you go ODBC, I have already created a simple DSN data source name as my test. It is an access database. If you look at this, if you click on this configure, it is pointing to d:/mytest.mdb. Right now it doesn't have any user ID password, login name and password. It doesn't have it, both are empty. So I am pointing to an access database mytest.mdb, and I have created this mytest as the DSN. So let me open that particular access database, okay, so that you can see that the table is there or not. Now I go and then open this d:/mytest.mdb. It has a table called employee. If I open that, it has got 4 columns. One is the auto generated ID, then employee ID, employee name, salary. So this is employee ID, this is employee name, this is salary. Now what I want to do is I want to fetch data from this and then take it up. So there are 2 ways I can do. One, I go to this, I give this DSN here, then you have to use a connection object. This is a predefined class connection. I create a connection object. Driver manager dot get connection. You pass the database. These 2 parameters are mainly for user ID and password. Right now the database has no password. So once you create a connection object, then we create a statement object. The statement, note S is capital, here note C is capital. So this is again a predefined object. Class name, I create a statement object. Now I pass connection object dot create statement. Then you can straight away give s.execute select employee ID, employee name from employee. So I give the select query, whatever query you want to give, straight away give. Okay, what happens is when this query is executed, the results are going to a predefined class called resultset. Now I create another object resultset, then I say statement.getResultSet. If you look at this, this is a simple stuff. First create connection object. Using the connection object, create the statement. Using the statement, execute. Once you execute, using the statement, get the result set. A result set is nothing but it has rows and columns. Now if there is no row, RS will be null. As long as RS is not null, I am saying I am doing it in a loop while rs.next. What this does is pretty much like you read the files line after line. When you say rs.next, it will start giving the next row. If there are 5 rows satisfying this condition, it is going to give row after row for every rs.next. Now I am printing resultset.getString of first one, resultset.getString of 2. So as many as columns you select over here, you can start getting them. Finally, close the statement, close the connection. This is a fundamental way to get data from the database. Let us go ahead and then now compile this one. Java C, java21.java. I'll compile this. It is done. Now I'm going to execute java21. It executes. It says 101 John, 102 James, 103 Raju, 401 Julia, 901 Abdul. From where it has come? If you go back to the database, open the database, open that table, look here, 101 John, James, Raju, Julia, and 901 Abdul. So it is actually connecting to the database, fetching the rows one after the other. This is very simple. Now, using the same program, if I want to insert, so now you have got the connection statement get. Now what I am going to do is, before getting all these things, I am going to manually insert one more value. So instead of select, all I have to do is insert into this particular table employee. Now I am going to give values. How to give this command? Let us take it. Now what I have done is, I have done s.execute a complete insert statement. I am giving employee ID, employee name as and salary. I have given values as 502, Hamid, and 5000. Since this is a string, I have given them in single quotes. This is integer, so there is no need of quotes. So first I insert, then I execute the select statement. Let us see, compile and then see whether this inserts a record into this one. Execute. Now look here, the 502 Hamid also got inserted to this database. So first it inserts, then does a select statement. You get it. To have a concrete proof, let us go back, open the database, see whether this is present in the access database right here. So 502 Hamid is actually indeed inserted into the database. So like this, it is up to you. So you can use insert statement, select statement, update statement, delete statement, anything you can do. So the fundamental principle in database handling in Java is, first have SQL.star included, imported, create a connection object, create a statement object, execute the statement, then get the result set. This is called iterating through the result set. So the moment you say rs.next, as long as there are records, as long as it is not returning false, you have records in the result set. Get the string of 1 or get the integer of 1 or 2, whichever column type you want to get, you can get all the columns within the result set. So this is how you can simply handle databases, and make sure you close the statement and you close the connections before you exit the program. We end the session here. Thank you.